football team?
And the Atlanta Falcons.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 35.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
They get this out left, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. A carry now for McKissick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
7-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr over the middle. It's Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Gain of 12.
12 yards there and a first down.
Washington.
Now again, right side. Gibson slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
For the extra point.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brought down.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
43's the mic. 43's.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
It's 2nd down. That's the
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 21-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Come on, man. Stop running the clock out.
On first down, Carr into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Carr to throw.
That one caught by Gibson.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Carr. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Complete to
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. You know.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and 12, Carr, open man here, Sims complete.
Carr's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
throwing his car on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-9.